Hello everyone, it's Matthew from Lanjaron Property and Orgiva Property here with this month's property market report update, looking back on November 2021. As usual, we'll start by looking at some of the facts and figures around the marketplace, and then we can look at the news and what's been happening in the marketplace recently. Let's start off with Orgiva, and in November there were 90 properties available for sale in Orgiva, with an average asking price of €259,000, which equates to €1,442 per square metre. This shows a slight decrease in the average price over the last few months. However, it's quite notable that some of the same properties have been hanging around on the market for quite a long time now. This is having a slight dragging effect on average property prices, which is not unusual. Those at the right price and marketed correctly in Orgiva are selling, whereas those that are at an incorrect price or have poor quality marketing are clearly hanging around for quite a while. Moving on to Lanjaron, in November there were 105 properties available for sale in Lanjaron, with an average asking price of €137,000, which equates to €1,719 per square metre. This again is a slight decrease in available properties over the last few months, and also with the average price. But again, the same thing as in Orgiva, we're starting to see as things move over a period of time, there are certain properties that are dragging down the averages because they've been available on the market for a very long time. They're not being marketed correctly, they're not being priced correctly, and in turn that's having a negative effect on averages. This is why we look in more detail rather than just taking an average price. This story is shared across the Lecrin Valley. In fact, it's working exactly the same in every town. But this month I thought we'd have a particular focus on the town of Mellahis, or the village of Mellahis. There were 21 properties available for sale last month in Mellahis, with an average asking price of €116,000, which equates to around €728 per square metre. A similar thing is occurring in the valley, where good quality properties that are priced correctly with the correct marketing are selling pretty quickly at the moment. However, those that are incorrectly priced with poor marketing, you've probably seen lots of them and you'll know which ones they are if you've been looking online at all. They're dragging the averages down at the moment. There have been a few interesting developments in the property market during the course of November, and let's have a look at a couple of those that will be particularly important for yourselves as buyers, sellers and homeowners. The first one was the announcement of the abolition or the overruling of the plusvallia tax. This was a tax that was paid to the local ayuntamientos or town halls when you sold your property, and unfortunately for some people was calculated even if you hadn't actually made a fiscal gain, you were still having to pay a tax. The court overruled this, although it had done it before. We have seen some significant changes, and in fact on November the 25th a new replacement for the plusvallia was announced. I'm not going to go into the full detail here because it is quite complicated with coefficients and things, but do look out for another blog on our website, and you can read all about the details of this. So go and check that out if you would like to know the up-to-date information on the plusvallia tax. There's also been a significant change announced in local planning laws. The Ley de Impulso y Sostenibilidad del Territorio de Andalucía, or the LISTA, is going to be replacing the old planning laws. It's going to have some significant changes, particularly for town boundaries, but also what we will see is that there will be very simplified, so it will simply be urban and rustic land. There will be no urbanisable land category involved in the new laws. We're yet to see the full details of this. They will be announced early in the new year. However, it does look like the simplification of planning laws is going to be a big bonus for many people, and potentially early signs show that it may now be possible to build in some protected areas for reasons other than tourism, i.e. you might be able to build somewhere to live in as a family home. Don't start going ahead with anything in that until the new laws are announced in the new year, and we should have more information on that. Of course, we'll keep you updated with that as soon as it's available. So to round up this month's property market report, The overview is that the market remains consistently strong. There are very good demand for very specific types of property, and we're certainly seeing a number of buyers making inquiries and looking for properties. The market's been very good, and as we come into the December period, this does mean, however, that in most of Northern Europe, the US, Canada, Australia as well, people enter into the Christmas mode, and so maybe not focusing so much on moving to Spain while they deal with arranging to meet family, Christmas dinners, Christmas shopping, etc. in those countries. Not something we see so much of here in Spain, as it's more about Three Kings than it is about Christmas Day. However, that does have an impact on the market. So, if you're looking to sell your property and it's already on the market, now is a fantastic time of year to review your New Year marketing strategy. It might seem a little unusual, but do bear in mind there are some pricing differences when you're dealing with many international buyers and different countries. A great example of this is in the UK, for example, Boxing Day, or the 26th of December, is one of the busiest days for property searches in the entire country throughout the year. There are some specific reasons behind this, but it does become very important to understand how different markets react, and in particular in different countries. So, if you've had a property on the market this year, very important to renew your marketing strategy to capitalise on those international buyers coming into the new year. I look forward to speaking to you again soon with more updates, particularly on some of the things I've mentioned in the report. And don't forget to like our Facebook page or subscribe to our YouTube channel to be kept up to date first with new news and developments in the property market as they come along. Also, I've had some people who've approached us with some specific questions regarding buying and selling property and the local property market. I'll be coming to those in a new video very soon. But if you have any comments you'd like to make, don't hesitate to pop a note below and we can deal with those for you. So thanks for watching the November property market update for Orgiva, Lanjaron, Lecrin Valley and the Upper Hara, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Goodbye for now.